Often, when we hear the term personal branding, what comes to mind is a cool social media presence, an aesthetic Instagram feed, or a professional-looking logo. But in reality, personal branding goes far deeper than just visuals. Personal branding is about how others see you, remember you, and trust you. It's not just about your favorite color palette or the trendy font you use for your name. It's about your story, who you are, what you stand for, and how you communicate all of that to the world. Your personal brand is built through consistency in the way you speak, the way you behave, and the value you bring to others. For example, when someone is known as the honest and friendly home-baked goods seller, that alone is personal branding. They don't need a big billboard or fancy design, just honesty, warmth, and sincerity in every product, and people will remember them. So, personal branding isn't just for big influencers or successful entrepreneurs. Each one of us can build a strong personal brand, starting with how we act, what we share, and the impression we leave behind. What is personal branding? Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about a topic that's becoming more and more important, especially in today's digital age: personal branding. A lot of people think personal branding is just about looking cool on social media, wearing trendy outfits, having an aesthetic Instagram feed, or using a signature logo and color scheme. But actually, personal branding goes way deeper than that. Personal branding is really about how other people see you, remember you, and trust you. It's not just about how you appear on the surface, but the lasting impression you leave behind. Think about it like this. When someone talks about you to their friend, what do they say? She's the one who always gives quick solutions when there's a problem. Or, he's the guy who sells homemade cake, super honest and friendly. That right there, that's personal branding. Simple, but powerful. So no, personal branding isn't about creating a fake image. It's about highlighting who you truly are and showing it consistently. From the way you tell your story, to the values you live by, how you interact with people, even down to the tone you use in your messages or social media posts. And here's the thing. Personal branding isn't just for influencers or business owners. Whether you're a student, an employee, a freelancer, or a small business owner, you need personal branding. Because in a world full of distractions, people are more likely to trust someone with a clear, authentic identity. Why is personal branding important? In today's competitive world, people don't just buy products, they buy trust. And trust comes from people, not just logos. That's why personal branding matters. It's not just about looking good. It's about building real emotional connections. It's about showing who you are, what you stand for, and why people should care. Because in a sea of brands, your story is what sets you apart. Products can be forgotten, but a genuine, authentic person with purpose, they're remembered. So don't just sell a product. Build relationships. Tell your story. Build your brand by being yourself. How to build personal branding, step by step. Step 1. Know yourself and your unique value. What makes you different from the rest? Is it your honesty? Your journey? Or maybe a unique skill that no one else has? People don't just buy what you sell, they connect with why you do it. Let's say you sell potato chips. That sounds simple, right? But imagine this. Every time you talk about your product, you share the story of the local farmers you support. Now, that's more than just a snack, that's a purpose. That's personal value. And in a crowded market, that kind of story isn't just nice. It's powerful. It builds trust. It makes people choose you, not just your product. So ask yourself, what part of you is in what you do? Because that might just be your strongest brand. Step 2. Be consistent on social media. You don't need to be everywhere. Start by choosing 1 or 2 platforms you know best. Maybe it's TikTok, maybe Instagram. The key is to focus, not scatter. Then show up consistently. Create content that reflects you. Let people see what happens behind the scenes. Share your process. Educate your audience. Tell real stories from your customers. Because people connect with people, not perfection. Your content doesn't have to be viral. It just needs to be real, and it needs to speak to the right audience. When you show up with value, honesty, and a little creativity, Your brand becomes more than a product, it becomes a presence. So take that first step, choose your space, and start showing the world who you are. Step 3. Build a consistent story and visual identity. Use the same tone of voice. Keep your editing style consistent. Even your way of speaking can become something people recognize. That's how you build your signature. Maybe you always start with, "Hey, bestie." Sounds simple, right? But over time, that becomes you. That's what people remember. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. It builds familiarity, trust, and connection. Think of it like a fingerprint, unique, personal, and impossible to copy. In the digital world, where everyone's trying to be seen, your style is your identity. So don't be afraid to lean into your quirks, repeat them, own them. Because in the end, being memorable isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistently you. Step 4. Provide value through content. If you want to grow your presence, start by helping your audience. Share tips that solve their problems. Tell stories they can relate to. Make them laugh. Make them feel seen. Because people don't just follow accounts, they follow value. Don't let your profile be just another digital storefront. Let it be a space where people feel connected, where they learn something new, or feel inspired to take action, where they scroll and stop not because you're selling something, but because you're speaking to them. It's not about being perfect. It's about being real. Consistency over aesthetics. Purpose over promotion. So whether you're a business owner, a content creator, or just starting to build your personal brand, remember, connection is the currency. Give more than you ask. Speak more than you sell. Because when people trust you, they'll follow you. And when they feel something from your content, they'll remember you. That's how real growth begins. With value, with purpose, and with heart. Common mistakes to avoid. Here are some common mistakes business owners make when building their personal brand. 1. Selling too much without building real connections. 2. Inconsistent posting or messaging today, one tone, tomorrow another. 3. Copying others instead of showing what makes you unique. 4. Hiding behind the screen, never showing your face or your real story. Remember, people connect with people, not perfection. Being authentic beats being flawless every time. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be real, relatable, and consistent. Because in the end, personal branding isn't about being someone else. It's about being you and letting the world see it. Now, personal branding isn't just a trend. It's your business weapon. It's how people remember you, trust you, and eventually buy from you. And here's the good news. You don't need to be famous to start. Start small. Introduce yourself. Share why you do what you do. Let people see the face and the purpose behind the product. Because in this digital world, being present matters. The more consistently you show up on social media, the stronger your presence becomes. It's not about being perfect. It's about being real, relatable, and reliable. That's what builds connection. That's what builds your brand. And remember, people won't know who you are if you never show up. So take that step. Speak up. Tell your story. There's someone out there who needs what you offer, but they won't find you unless you show them who you are. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow business owners. Because when you grow, we all grow together.